Hi everybody, here today with day 22 of Mass Make March 2023. The prompt for today is washi tape. I have a couple of ideas on this, but I'm going to go with the simple idea so I can make a few of them. One idea I had was to do a collage board, a whole collage board full of washi tape. That would certainly get rid of some of my washi and make a unique collage board. But I want to play around with it on tags and envelopes and pockets, things of that nature, and see what we come up with. So today is washi tape for Mass Make March 2023, hosted by Cindy at Studio Lou. If you guys are joining this challenge, be sure you're tagging all your social media posts for Mass Make March 2023. So let's jump into this. Now, not all washi is treated equally. Sometimes you get washi that is super sticky, goes down no problems. But sometimes you have washi that's like essentially rolled up paper that doesn't stick, doesn't participate in what you're participating in. It just does not work. So with that in mind, I'm probably going to start each of my items with some glue stick, just to be on the safe side. And it looks like I am almost out of this glue. Yep. But wait, there's more. So I'm going to start everything with a layer of glue stick just to help this washi along, because washi, again, is not all created equal, and my washi is of that. Some of it is not so sticky. I don't even know really where to start with this. Because I have too many to choose from. I'm thinking maybe I want to go with like some green for nature, because that's always a safe bet. And my thought process is to just cover all these envelopes and tags and things like that in washi. And it looks like I'm taping it down, and I am, but I'll free them here in a moment. And then I'll trim around them. So I'm basically just laying my washi down, lining it up. I'm keeping all my colors that I'm using right here so I don't lose them. And I'm just going with some random greens right now, as you can see. This is a good way to use up some washi that is just kind of hanging around that you're not using, or well, that little washi is torn. So I don't know if you've had that issue before. Sometimes you get a little nick in your washi, and when that happens, it does its own thing. Put another little guy at the top. Perfect. And we'll pick him up. And we'll smoosh him down real good. And then we'll trim him. And I guess, I guess actually I could wrap him around, because my thought process with this little pocket is that I would glue it in. So yeah, I'll do that. Although I'll trim him because he's a little wild. All these other guys are getting a wrap around. If I can wrap them around straight. And then we need to make sure my pocket's not taped shut. And it's not. And I actually kind of like that. So I'm going to do another one to kind of match. You know me, I like to do the matchy-matchy. I won't do it exactly alike, but I'll use the same colors. How's that? I think this is, I don't use a lot of the really thin washi, so I think this is a great way to use that. And we're going to overlap this guy so we can go all the way to the edge. Smoosh it down real good. Pull him up. And fold him over. Again, I will likely use these by gluing these to a journal page or a pocket, a card or something like that. So I'm not messed up with the back sides being half washi. And even still, they're still kind of cool. You know what I didn't do on this? I didn't put glue down. So it'll be interesting to see if this guy stays. Okay, let's move on from the green. I say that. I'm going to probably pick another green. Cool thing about washi is that if you stick it down not quite straight, then you can always pull it right back up because it's paper tape. And I didn't glue this base down either, so I'm not doing so well at following my own instructions. I went back to the nature. The green. I just feel like that's what I'll use most of. So I'm inclined to keep that in circulation here. All the way to the top. Hopefully I didn't just bump my head into the screen. Smoosh it down real good. Pull you up. And this one I'm going to trim because, as you saw, it pulled up part of the glue book. So that means my sticky's not so sticky. It's got paper on it. but super easy to trim. No issues. Should have got more of those little envelopes out. Those are cute and fun to play with. But we'll keep going with something else. Just the way that crackled when I pulled it apart kind of told me I needed some glue. So we'll do a glue base on this guy. I'm not going to cover the flap of this little envelope. I'll leave him free. This is kind of an orangey, yellowy. What's the deal? Here you are. That goes along with the color of this envelope. So that is good. And this one kind of overlapped on the bottom, so we'll trim him off. Smoosh him down real good. Pull him up, and see I'm pulling up paper, so I'm going to trim him again. And also, this I may use to just tuck in a journal, so I don't want washi on the back. So... could wrap it completely with washi. That's an option as well. I like that one. Maybe I'll try that to wrap this one. I kind of like that color scheme going on there, so we'll work with it. We'll see about wrapping this completely. One problem I already see with this is that I have a little bit of a lip here in this pocket. And some washi stuck to it. So I wonder if I can tuck him in. I started another journal last night, and so my workspace is kind of, yeah, I'm just tucking this in, folding this in. My workspace is kind of all over the place this morning. So I'm working with minimal available space. But I'm still working with it. And for whatever weird reason, I'm kind of liking that these fold over and hang around. So I may possibly leave those. I may have to do some trimming because there's a little sticky there, but I kind of like it. Little bitty guy's hard to find his starting point. Okay, I am liking it. Oh, I got a wrinkle there. Yeah, washi tape is very forgiving, so there's that. Which makes it a little easier to work with. squeeze him up to the bottom. So I'm layering over the flowered point part. That's okay. So, what do you think? Do we like the little... I think I'm going to leave it. And then when we figure out where his home is, then we can determine if we need to trim it down. Okay. I'm liking this color scheme, so I'm going to keep going with it on these little orange envelopes. This one I'm just going to do the front. And I didn't glue this down. Oh boy. I will learn. Eventually, I will learn my own process. I feel like this is some pretty good washi though, so seems to be sticking pretty good. It's not causing me any issues yet, so I feel like we're safe with no glue on these using this washi. Now, again, not all washi is created the same, so we'll see. We'll see. And review. And I have this tag here. It's pretty on one side, and then the other side it's got the label on it. So I kind of want to cover up the label. I don't know with what though, because we have so many options. You know, when you have too many options, it throws off your process. It throws off your creativity a little bit, I think. Because when you're limited of options, you just go with what you have. And when you have a lot of options, your mind doesn't really know where to go with it. If that makes any sense. So while it's a good thing, a cool thing to have so many options, it's almost debilitating to some degree. So you have to be careful with it. So didn't really match up with the front of the card. That's okay. There's no rules here. It gives us a little bit of decoration on the front, on the back, and it removes that advertisement writing. Okay, so let's see here. Got a few more minutes to work. I'm working before work today, because I knew this would be kind of easy project to tackle. And so, tags, big tags. I'm going to do a big tag. I'm going to do some blue. I'm going to put glue on this. And the tricky part about doing these tags, I think, I've never done them with washi, is going to be my top. But my plan is to just cover it all. And then I'll come back and poke a hole in it and trim my edges. And life will be grand. That's my current plan anyways. We'll see if it works out. I'm going to just do the front of these because I want to salvage my backside for journaling. This is gray washi, but up against this yellow, it kind of doesn't look so gray. Again, I'm down to decisions. See how some of it, when you pull it out, it sounds like paper? Some of it you can't hear at all. And so that, again, not all washi is created equal. I kind of feel like I want a little bit of green. It's not straight. This blue here is pretty bold stuff. It's pretty bright. And I'm to the end of my rope with this guy. So that was all we got for him. We'll keep going. I'm out of alignment somewhere. I'm crooked, which is not surprising to me because I cut crooked but you know, I eyeball a lot of things, which surprises me. And I do pretty good with that. But like I said, we're going to trim him because I want to use the back as a journal card. We'll trim his edges. This guy keeps folding on me. We will win over though. Got stuff stuck on my fingers. I don't know where my regular hole punch is right off the hand. Oh. It's right here where I need it to be. Perfect. Okay. do another one of those. I'm going to kind of keep with this blue. And maybe some gray. And maybe some green, but I'll do a little bit of other green. I'll do the striped green. And I noticed that my glue kind of dried out real quick. It was taking me a while. So I'm just going to glue half. And remind me when I get to it to add more glue. Starting at the top this time. I don't know why. Doesn't make a difference, I'm sure. This gray is a little darker. Again, just doing the front of these so I can use the back as a journal card. And I remembered some blue. And I think these are a nice way to add a pop of color to your journals. And they easily lend themselves to working with whatever theme you've got going on. Because they're really kind of generic. I mean, depending on the washer you use, of course, but you know, the florals, just the random colors, you can use them in a lot of different journals. That goes over the edge, but that's okay. We don't care. Trim him up. I'm going to leave that down at the bottom. Come on, cooperate with me. I know it's because I got all this washi on my scissors. I know that's why it's not cooperating. I'm fully aware of that situation. So I left this little one at the bottom here. I'm going to fold him up and got washi scraps are almost as bad as glitter. They're sticking to everything, and so yeah, just tuck that up on the bottom side like that, and then smoosh him down real good. Get our hole punch going on, and I think I'm gonna call this a day. Again, I'm kind of functioning before work to save some time for the evening because I've started on another journal. So, I hate to waste that guy. I'm just going to stick him on the bucket. So, I think we'll call it done. Mainly because I don't know what I'll do with these. I'll incorporate them into journals somewhere for sure. So, Mass Make March 2023, day 22 is Washi Tape. And this is what we created with the washi tape. We created 2 of these big tags with the blue floral. You can see I'm a little crooked, but I don't care. The back side's for journaling. Then we covered this guy, this little clothing tag. Made a cute little journal spot for him. Then we did these 3 green. These kind of match here. Little pockets. And we folded and trimmed, but my plan again is to glue these down, so that's okay. So 3 of the green ones, and then we did 3 of the orange ones. These 2 don't have stuff on the back. And then this guy is completely covered, and you see my washi's kind of popping up. So I may have to go back and use some glue on him. I think he was the one that I didn't use glue on because I went all the way around on it. But it's a cute little pocket. I left the edges kind of torn and tattered, and I will decide when I go to use this if I need it trimmed or not. So I'm pretty pleased with a quick little project. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 seems to be my going number here. I think I did 9 envelopes, and so yeah, there we go. Mass Make March 2023, hosted by Cindy at Studio Lou. Again, you guys should definitely be checking her out. I hope you guys are joining along with this creativity. It's been fun. We're almost through the month, and I just was thinking the other day, what am I going to do for April? Because I'm in a routine now of sitting down every day and creating a little bit, and this challenge has helped me do that. And so I'm like, okay, what am I going to do for April? Is there a challenge out there for April? And so yeah. Thank you for joining, and I'll be back tomorrow with tickets. I have no idea what to do with tickets, so I have some tickets, so I'm gonna probably have to watch watch Cindy's video on tickets to see what I'm doing with those. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow.